All right, we are officially live.
We're
Episode 3.
live.
I don't know how we're still on, but we're on.
Oh God,
Welcome to.
I called it.
What happened?
I called it. Yo sabía que esto iba a pasar, guys.
But this is great.
Woman, we started. Okay. We're recording on Friendly Famous.
This
Woman.
is, you know,
Don't get married.
Do not get married.
Just kidding, guys.
shout out to my dad who got married twice.
Oh.
Welcome to the Poleros. We are clearly having no idea what we're doing, but we are here again for another episode, more talking shit. And let's get it going. Let's pop our beers, huh?
Let's go. Where's your? There we go.
Oh, there you go. That sounds nice. Cheers, guys.
Salud, chachos.
Cheers.
And to you guys at home.
Yeah. I got the mic on my drinking hand. Damn it. All right, let me go this way.
That's gonna sound nice.
That sounds really good. Sounds really good. Welcome to the Poleros. All right, guys.
What's up, guys?
You know what? We last week we talked a lot of shit. We went almost 2 hours in.
Yeah, we
went in for a while, right? Like, and it was good because it was almost kind of like the same thing in the first episode. We talked a lot, but we didn't record the
Yeah, I
first part of it.
press the red button.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that reminder, everybody. I messed up the first recording of our first episode, but that's okay. We got through it, and we're actually getting better now. We actually have mics, so the sounds, it's going to sound a lot better. I think in
A lot crisper.
Yeah, because episode 2, you're going to hear our burps even crispier too. I'll start it up. Because in the second episode, we sounded
I'm
like,
so glad we have our mics. Nasty ass.
oh, I mean, I have it here on the side, so whatever. I bet you might as well smell a lot better than y'all's. Speaking of smelling, y'all smell it?
No.
Thank God I don't. We're going to be talking about something very important. But a lot of people do not understand, and I guess do not
Get the concept.
get the concept of hygiene.
Tell them, Jose. Tell them what.
And we'll be talking about hygiene, especially here in fucking Miami that is fucking hot. It is, what, 90? But it says it feels like 103. Humidity is 80%. And some of you fuckers don't know how to wear deodorant, don't know how to wash your balls, and don't know how to fucking wash your ass. So we gotta smell it. So we're gonna be talking about hygiene and how important it is for everybody. So yeah.
How do you not know you don't smell? That's my question, right? Like how do you go around? I'm super self-conscious. I think I have boogers all the time. I'm literally like this the whole time because I'm super self-conscious that I have boogers or that I smell. Jose, we went to a bar recently for the Colombian festival, and we had pizza, right? Before
You guys went to the Colombian festival and had pizza?
well, because it was at the wharf, right? So if you guys don't
Well,
know,
we went to a white place.
yeah, we went to like a white place.
Hey, Worf.
Yeah,
Employee, let me get una bandeja paisa.
yeah. They ran out of water.
Hey, Butifarra, table 4.
Yeah,
Butifarra, table 4.
By 10 p.m. they ran out of water. So I mean, we were desperate for food, and we ended up getting pizza. But what was the first thing I said to Jose was, "Hey, we need to go wash our mustache because one thing about pizza is that it
That's
stinks.
it.
So he was like, "Shit, look at that." And we just went to the bathroom, washed our face after like washing our hands. So we had greasy sauces on the pizza, and we washed our mustaches, both of us. And the rest of the night was great. We had gum. We celebrated the rest of the
I
night.
don't know how people don't notice that they smell like shit. Like how? Like how you not like? You not just every once in a while just take a little breather. Make
You
sure.
don't have to do that.
No,
You'll
no.
fucking smell it from a distance.
No, but I'm saying if you're bad at being oblivious, just every once in a while, bro. Take a quick sniff, bro. Because there's some people that like, bro, la tienen viva. It's incredible. Like, how do you not notice? Like, how do you not disgusted by your own smell?
I think they get used to it at one point. They get used to it, right? I mean, like when I played football growing up, there were some kids that stunk.
But here, this is the difference. Like when you do sports and you sweat, of course you're gonna smell. So at that point, like there's so many things going on in that locker room and shit.
Yes, but you should be. So hold on. So I sweat just as much as everybody else does. And one thing I can definitely thank my mother to like kind of like embedded in my brain was the fact that every week I would at least have my clothes washed twice, right? Or like if I had an undershirt, I wouldn't wear the same undershirt like more than twice a
Yeah, she
week.
taught you basic hygiene.
Yeah, exactly. And then every week after the game, even my freshman year when I didn't even play, my freshman year I was literally on the bench. Like she washed my uniform every week, and there was people that did not wash their uniform. I think for the 4 years that they were there in that high school.
Oh,
Like I feel bad for whoever had those numbers back in the day. But and then I feel like it happens now. I feel like it happens to this day. Like people play soccer and like they have a smell to them, or they play soccer and then they'll like go to a party right after. Like they don't even go shower. They just like
they just get the axe spray, like that'll do. No,
and they out.
no.
No, man, we ain't in gym class 8th grade no more, man. Go get your ass in the shower.
Wash up. Like it's amazing to me. Like, and this is the bad part. And I know I'm gonna sound a little bit sexist saying this, but the least sexiest thing for a beautiful girl to just smell like straight chucha, bro. Like what's happening here?
So chucha is basically like just somebody that just has like bad odor, BO, right? Just like a really bad.
Musk, stank.
It's
right here. They have it right here. Look, boom,
right here. They can have it like here in the neck area.
Yeah, they can have it in a couple of different places, but still, like, how do you like? It's the least sexiest thing in the world when a girl just looks so like. I went to Europe, like a month ago, and I saw some of the most beautiful women in my life.
What country?
I didn't ask them because, but for me it was.
Well, you were in Holland, okay, Holland. Netherlands, all right,
in the Netherlands area, bro, they were beautiful, but I mean, deodorant sales over there are on the goddamn floor. they don't use it, bro, and you can smell it.
Is it too expensive?
I don't know. I didn't try because I took my own deodorant because I know I can smell bad at times, and I'm self-conscious about that. But now I'm not lying to you. We were sitting down like in a touristy spot. Next to me, there was this beautiful, beautiful blonde, blue-eyed girl. Like honestly, like you would see her like, oh my god, that's top 5. Like that's one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my life.
Top 5. Wow,
bro. I felt bad because my wife was right next to her, and I was comparing them. I'm like, baby, you lost.
Wow.
You lost.
How you made it out of Europe alive? How did Juli make it out of Europe without being?
She was always with me.
Yeah, but how did you make it alive not being on the next Netflix show of Where's Juli? Like, you went to Europe, you never came back.
You know what brought me back? The stank. Bro, like I'm telling you, she was so beautiful. And then I'm like, we were there, talking and shit. And then I go to my wife. I go, baby, do I smell bad? I'm picking up on some.
You thought it was you?
I thought it was me. Wow. I thought it was me that smelled like that. Well, she checked up on me. She goes, no, it's not you, but there is a smell. There's something's happening here, bro. Like,
where were you? Where were you guys? At a restaurant?
We were. Well, it was like this chapel that's known for.
Jesus Christ! So I mean,
it was a touristy spot, dude. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't think even God forgave you for that smell, bro.
Jesus came off the cross,
bro. Even if
took the nails off.
Jesus on the cross was like, bro, what's up with this? Like,
instead of wine, he was like axe.
Bro, she made a movement. She made a movement. I don't know how, but she went like that, and those just the power of this intensified. I'm like, oh god, bro, no.
Jose, we're back. No.
I am back, maybe.
I think so, maybe.
I am back.
There he is. His camera's back. All right, cool. We lost Jose for a little bit, but he's back in. The smell was so powerful.
It shut down the computer. The computer, like, nah.
That's fucking hysterical. But Jose, would you like to elaborate since you're back? Would you like to elaborate on your bad experiences with certain smells?
I guess for me will be the breath. That some people, you are so close, and you cannot sense it. Not sense it. Yeah, it's a sense. But you can't smell it, and you're telling me that you're talking to me right next to me, and you can't smell it. Like the smell's not even bouncing off my face. Like, come on, like you can't really.
But
you know that. Oh,
Isn't it true that like for some reason the people with the worst breath they want to spit to you right next to your face,
Dude,
like
why
right
are you
there.
speaking so close to
Like
me?
why are you telling me secrets?
You know,
I
COVID
don't
that time had a point. 6 feet. And I know half of you motherfuckers, when you wore that mask, you were like,
Damn. Yeah,
I saw this and I was like, bro,
that conspiracy theory that the mask makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like, it's not COVID, it's your breath.
Yeah, bro. We all learned how to fucking brush our teeth a little better.
I hope
Bro,
so. I hope so.
But
I
some
hope
of you
so.
motherfuckers did it. I
So-
don't know what the hell was going to do.
Be honest. How often do you wash your teeth? Like
Yeah,
you brush your teeth
I do
I-
3 or 4 times
a day?
a day.
That's my boy.
That's not good, bro.
That's not
I
good.
heard that's not good. I heard that's not good.
It kills your like bacteria, but I rather.
It's supposed to kill bacteria, bro.
Good bacteria.
Oh, good bacteria. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be like I guess the thing that covers like protects your I think it's called enamel or some shit like that.
Oh, your enamel?
Yeah,
Kids your
yeah.
enamel?
Like yeah, like too much of it.
I don't give
a day.
fuck.
I do it once a day, but I will do it twice. Like I usually brush in the morning. I brush hard in the morning.
I'm getting you a mask right now.
I'll tell you right now. Look, I'm very self-conscious about my breath, so I usually brush in the morning, and then if I eat something like heavy, like for example like this, like pizza or something like that, or like drink beers, I will brush before I go to bed a second time. But if I have like a light, like like dinner or something like that, like a maybe like a pollo a la plancha with like some lettuce or something, like I'll just like I won't even brush it. Like I won't even think because
Your girl waking up and smelling that dog.
yeah, but the morning breath happens even if you brush your teeth.
Yeah,
If you brush your teeth, the morning breath happens either way.
Yeah,
It's
that
just-
leftover chicken in the back of your nose, my boy.
I make sure. I have
The back of the wisdom teeth are like, I'm not so wise.
I'm telling you, I'm super self-conscious about my breath. So much so that I take a toothpick with me everywhere I go because I have like a little space here in this molar. So like there's always meat that gets caught, and I'm just like, whoop, and then like I'm good to go. Or I floss right on the spot too. Like you catch me like flossing and stuff like that. So I'm very self-conscious, and then I always have gum too. So like if I'm in a place, also like we're at a bar, and I'll get some gum with me real quick and just make sure that my breath don't stink because I'm super self-conscious when it smells. But as far as like body odor, right? Because we talking about breath, but body odor, like how do you protect yourself from body odor? Because I know that for me, like
That's a tough one.
No,
I am self-conscious about that as well.
take showers, bro. Especially when you sweat a lot. Like, for example, I sweat in the coldest environments. I could be in a fucking freezer and I'm sweating. I'm always sweating.
Okay,
I'm always sweating. I'm a fat guy. Well,
I mean, shit.
I'm a chubby guy.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
I'm always sweating. And like, I stick. I'm thick. There you go. I'm thick-alicious.
I was gonna say because if you're fucking fat, I'm one cheeseburger away from fucking dropping. So
I mean, you're not wrong.
you're not wrong. After we eat this whole fucking large pizza here on the table, but
But the way to protect yourself is take showers, bro.
Deodorant. You
Deodorant.
gotta wear deodorant.
If you can't afford deodorant,
Change your clothes.
Always have
If
an
you
issue.
sweat in your clothes, change your clothes, right?
I mean, outside. I always have an issue.
Yeah, we've always said this in 8th grade, gym class, like change your fucking clothes. Like you sweat in them, change it. Like
And another thing, do not spray fucking cologne on your neck, directly on your neck, or on your armpits. It makes it worse.
oh yeah, I was like, wait,
The combination of cologne and fucking sweat, that shit stinks.
Oh, stinks, bro.
You remember
Like,
Curve?
Your neck is disgusting.
You don't remember Curve?
Yes, good.
You remember Curve? You have to remember Curve.
Give me some context.
So
Yeah,
Curve
well.
was like the cologne that everybody had back in high school. It was like no. It was it was like a golden bottle. We'll get a picture of it.
Yeah.
And basically everybody had this because it was cheap enough to buy.
Okay.
But it smelled decent at 8th grade. Yeah, it smelled decent in 8th grade in high school. So like the girls loved it. So like you had to wear Curve. Like if you didn't wear Curve, like you were terrible.
That's why I didn't get any girls in high school, bro. I didn't have that curve.
It just. I think he pulled one up.
He
We'll
pulled one
pull it
up.
up for everybody too,
Yeah.
whoever's watching. But
You know which color I actually do remember is the cigar one.
that was
That was horrible.
horrible.
That was horrible. That is one like straight.
That smelled like
Like cigarettes and communism.
Yeah, it's Cuban. Yeah, it was like Cuban. It was like a mix of Cuba and Venezuela. Like it was just not. It was not a good smell.
So
It
it was horrible.
was not
It
good.
was horrible.
I don't know.
I think you got the picture.
We do. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me pull it up.
I don't know this.
Let me pull it up and share it with everybody. You gotta know Curve. Everybody knows Curve. It was the number one like cologne for like your youth. It worked 60% of the time, all the time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Can you take mine? Yeah, you can share it.
Oh, wait.
I have it too, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see here.
I know.
Oh, Jose.
Oh, look at this.
I've been sharing this whole time, and Alex just had to click.
Click what? What did I have to click? I didn't even know.
I've been sharing shit the past two
I had no idea.
episodes, and I was like, why can't I see? Why can't nobody see it? You had to click, bro.
Can you enlarge it so the crowd can see? That's Curve right there. Holy, you don't remember Curve? I remember that blue one also on the side.
Oh,
the
come
turquoise
on,
one.
bro. That's
Yeah. That.
Okay, yeah, I never had it. I never had
I
it.
used to steal that from my dad a lot.
I never had it. Which was the blue one? That was
120 pesos.
Wow.
And it's still that expensive.
$100 the best.
But Curve, I got it.
For 120 bucks.
But look at the Curve. It's $20. I'm about to buy one. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
That smells.
I don't know. I never had that one.
I'm sure if you smell it,
I saw it. A bunch of people did have it.
I'm sure if you smell it, you remember what it was.
A bunch of people did have it, but no. But yeah, don't like buy it, but don't use it on your sweaty ass. Right? Take a shower, change, and then use it.
Agreed.
Oh
my God. That was a cigar one.
That was a
It was
cigar
so
one.
cute. Look at that. I didn't even know.
It was multiple.
Damn, bro.
This thing was low price. $11.
Oh, dude. And then it came that cheap ass aluminium cover that you can slide on like if it was a cigar. Oh, that was horrible.
Like if you smell like that, like you had to be working at fucking Palacio de Jugos, like. Navaros. Oh, yeah, I smelled that a couple of times over there for sure in the meat market area.
You're gonna put some records.
Wow, that is very old school.
This Cuban cologne smell like. You know what? We're not gonna.
Let's not go down memory lane. I don't.
No, that one was bad.
But yeah, it's just people. I don't understand how you can't smell yourself and just be like, dude, I can't stink here.
Yeah, man. I mean, even if you take a shit and you just couldn't get all the pieces, like get your ass in the shower. Get your ass in the shower, wash up, and then get your ass back out because there is no excuse for you to smell bad. I had a terrible experience, guys. A couple years ago, I went to this party bus, and if my friends are watching that was at that party bus, they're probably laughing their ass off. One is probably terrified that I'm going to tell the story, but we're at this party bus for a birthday. And I see this white girl, and I don't like white girls. I'm not a big fan of white girls, but for some reason her eyes caught my attention. She had beautiful green eyes.
Yeah, her eyes.
Yeah, her eyes were beautiful at the time. Because so I told her I complimented her anyways. Long story short, at one point after like maybe an hour and a half of drinking at one of the stops that we did, we come back and we're just making out. We're making out like hard, and then next you know I'm like I just smelled like something like EO, but like times 4. Like it was strong, pungent. Like I was like, oh, like. So I looked to my left. And I'm like, where's this smell coming from? I looked to my left, and there's 2 guys that I had literally served in the shop. So and I was next to them, so I knew that they weren't smelling because that smell was so strong that I was like, I would have smelled it if I was next to them. I look at this girl, and I'm like, oh my god, it's her. It's her because it literally her next to me here, and the 2 guys were the only ones there, and everybody else was behind her. So I'm like, oh my god, it's her. And the worst part was, I thought I was the only one that maybe caught it. The next day, we all talked about it. We're like, dude, you were making out with onions. And they started calling her onions. I'm like, balls, bro. French onion soup, bro. Straight up onions, man. I was like,
You're down.
I was down. But it's so good.
It's like the things that they used to wake up. Yeah.
And I just like her eyes were no longer green and beautiful. Like
they were green.
They were green from the stench. So like I stayed away from her the rest of the night. I was disgusted. I was upset.
But who are you? But like, wait. Who are you? What disgusted with? Her or yourself?
I was myself. But the crazy part was she didn't smell at the beginning of the night.
Yeah, because this is something that happens when you party. You sweat.
You start sweating.
And that's what the odor is for.
But the thing is, like the girl.
Wait, was it bad breath or BO?
It was BO. It was BO.
BO.
It was BO. No, it wasn't that bad because I would have smelled it from the beginning once I started making out with her. It was the BO that I smelled. It was like it was that. And the thing was, she wore like one of those like shirts that like is just like up to her boobs and like
A tube top?
Yeah. All right. Cool. There you go. I don't know the name of these shits, right? So
The only reason why I know that one is because in that 70s show,
okay.
that 70s show,
Fair enough.
Kelso goes, dude, she's on her 5th year and she's wearing a tube top. And she wants to go on the slip slide. You know what happens to a tube top when it's in a slip slide?
Look at
It
Kelsey.
turns into a belt. I'm like, bro, I was lying. That's the only reason I know.
That's what she was wearing, and so clearly like, these were out in the open. Like her armpits were out in the open, man. And that like it was a rough day, and it reminded me why I don't date white girls. Like it just reminded me. Like unfortunately,
Well, it's not just white girls, but
you're right. It's not just white
not
girls.
just white girls.
But it was like the extra bad experience, and I was like, "This is why I date white girls." That didn't happen to every single white girl that I've ever talked to. It was just it added on to like like the cherry on top, the molded cherry.
It's seeped in your stereotypes.
It's
It's seeped in your stereotypes. I get it, but yeah, I mean, I could. It turns a sexy girl into something, and I'm guessing the same thing for girls. Like if a guy like shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't want your arms around. Get the fuck away from me.
Even though I've heard some girls say some weird shit before. I've heard girls say some weird shit like I love the smell of like my man's nut sacks. I love the smell of like I've heard some weird shit. I'm like I look at them like
I mean, there's love, but
That's love that's blind.
that's not blind.
That's COVID. That's COVID. I don't give a fuck. Like how the fuck you
Love isn't blind. It's senseless.
Yeah.
It's senseless.
Jesus Christ. There's
It's
no way.
odorless. That's what it is. Like, there's
Fucking
no way.
A, man.
There's no way you don't recognize that, and that's like,
and even if your partner smells bad, you're gonna be like, "Hey, babe," like, or I hope my partner,
tells
hey,
me straightforward.
let me know if I do smell bad.
It's not as easy as you think.
No,
I won't take it.
you know what you could do if you do have a partner? Babe, why don't we just do quick shower shots?
Hop in the shower.
It doesn't have to be sex, bro.
Because that's when you smell the most.
What else? Yeah.
I had an ex-girlfriend.
What do you mean it has to be sex? That's what I have a partner for. Always just keep by yourself.
I had an ex that didn't have the best smell, and I remember one
I'm giving
time.
you a win-win on a silver platter. Why are you questioning?
I agree, bro. I agree. 100%.
Yeah, you're right.
You get in the shower, especially if you like to go down, because I do not go down if it's stinking. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to hop into that shower and then get your iron fucking pH balance on bed so I can eat that shit up. Because if not, I'm not eating that shit up. I had an ex man that one time came into the room and literally was like, "Wow," I was like, "My room smells like sex." And in my head, I was like, "Girl, that's you. That's you."
It looks like blue cheese.
It smells like fucking. It smells like you went to the bank and just got a bunch of pennies. What are you doing?
Oh God. Oh God.
And I know you're in your period, bitch.
No. Like, there's a lot of people that are very sensitive. Like, some people like when you smoke around.
I hate to smell cigarettes. On a girl, that turns me off. You smoke, so like, I mean, you don't smoke all the time, but you smoke every once in a while. If you were to see a girl like smoke, like you're cool with the smell, right? Because no, you're not cool with the smell.
Not even, I don't mind the smell that much, but it just, and this, again, it's going to sound hypocritical, and it is.
Uh-huh.
I don't like the girl that smokes.
Ah, weed. What about weed?
No, I think it's so unsexy when a girl has like a joint or a cigarette between her fingers.
So what the fuck do you smoke?
Again, I said it's going to sound hypocritical as fuck, bro.
All
All right? I know it does. All right? I know it sounds hypocritical, but I just don't think. And Chris told me that shit too.
Yeah.
My wife tells me, like, oh my God, dude, when you smoke, get the fuck
But she don't smoke.
She doesn't
She
smoke.
still smoke. So I can understand
I don't
that.
allow her.
Because you, yeah, I get.
Yeah.
I can't.
Property.
I can't. I made out with a girl that smokes one time, and I felt like I was licking the ashtray.
Oh, yeah. It's
Exactly, bro. And I needed Blue Chew that day. There was no chance of me getting hard that day. I needed Blue Chew. We're trying to get sponsored.
That is true. It's trying to get your big card for free.
After 4 hours, we'll see a doctor.
Alex is having trouble with that. That's just
I think
why.
it's a mic. That's the reason why.
Juli and I got I'm proud.
My boy.
Wait till you get to my age.
You're not 50.
Wait till you get to my age and my fucking BMI, then we'll talk. Okay, my girl probably watching this like, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, that's my man.
No, but like a girl that like smokes and like some people are really sensitive
To that. Like, they are really sensitive. I don't understand how, if you're sensitive, because it has happened to them, that they're sensitive to smells, and then they don't smell themselves. Like, they don't smell how bad they do. And then there's some people that take it like a step further. That, oh, I don't smell bad, and that's why I don't use deodorant. I'm like, I can tell you don't use deodorant. You smell like shit.
But you tell them straight up.
What?
Oh,
No, I let them in
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Well,
We have
I
couple
told
friends.
you. I told you.
Oh, well, that's what I-
don't wear deodorant.
Yeah, but you don't smell that
That-
bad. No, when we got into soccer, we all smell.
Oh, yeah.
You got me?
That's
Like,
I've never smelled you like that though. I've never smelled something bad come off you.
Fucking armpits is a different story. And
Yeah, Bio.
deodorant after fucking him, bro. Like,
You have to take a shower, right? You have
Yeah,
to.
we have to take a shower.
Yeah.
Bro, if you're walking through that fucking door and you smell like ceviche, dog.
And the worst part is that after the game, we usually have a couple beers, and that sweat stays on you.
Yeah.
there's people-
in your chairs, because they use their chairs.
Oh, I'm so glad I don't have those chairs anymore.
Wait, you got rid of my chairs?
They're broke, bro.
They broke because of the smell. That's why.
They
bro.
disintegrated. But no, yeah.
All that
Oh,
food is on those chairs.
everything it would you smell like I can't when I get home. It doesn't matter how late it is. I take a quick shower. I
Yeah,
can't.
I always take a shower
I
after.
can't.
There's
I
no
can't.
way that I do not shower after a game. I could stay.
I understand that like you forget once, so you get home super
Nope.
tired. But you have to
Nope.
at least
I never forget. I will always jump in that
You're
shower.
drunk. Please take a shower.
Yeah, please take a shower.
Bro, and if you have
and
a
wash
partner,
your teeth and wash your teeth too.
and if you have a partner, push your partner in the shower. It doesn't matter if they're
Yeah.
fucking passed out. Let
Agreed.
him fucking have a Chinese torture, bro. Let that water drop on their forehead. Bro, they need a fucking shower,
No,
right?
Yeah, it's bad. That's pretty bad. It's
Those
pretty
people that they don't smell it, and then but I don't use deodorant. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
Well,
You need it.
Any,
All right. Now that we're talking about stinkiness, let's talk about the stinkiness of shows ending in a bad way.
Great transition.
You know, because
yeah, I was pretty professional.
stinks. It fucking smells like ass. It doesn't smell like ass. No, so, but you know, it feels like ass when you watch a fucking show that's 8 seasons and then the last season is just straight.
It hurts. Like it hurts the time you've invested on a show,
Especially if it's good.
especially if it's really
Yeah.
good, and then to end the way it ends. Like for example, one of the biggest ones for me is How I Met Your Mother,
I love
because
it.
it was so good. How I Met Your Mother was so good.
Yeah, I think it's better than Friends. I would say that it's better than Friends.
What?
Barney.
Barney.
Yeah, Barney's
The
the
goat.
god.
The
The
goat.
goat. You're the goat.
And then they turned him into Ted.
He's
No.
the throat goat.
It's funny how like the most
Manly.
manly, misogynist, character.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was the book?
show-
What was the book that he always talked about? Like the
the
man,
playbook.
the playbook.
the
No, bro code. Bro
The
code.
bro code.
Bro
Cheerleader
code.
effect. If you watched it, you know what we're talking
You're gonna
about.
make me still watching that
And
show
we
again.
know, we know that a lot of you girls hang out around ugly girls because you will have that cheerleader.
100%.
It's
Hang out with these
crazy.
guys.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
Let me
you.
tell you something right now. I'm very pretty. All right.
Yeah, for big.
You know what?
I'm very pretty. I'm so pretty. I'm very pretty. I'm so pretty that I'm gay guys like me. And you know
Come
this.
at Yeah. It is a no. It's uncomfortable when they start saying shit like, damn, Sabata, you look like a snack. Like that's when shit gets uncomfortable because that shit happened in my job and I almost went to HR. I was like, motherfucker says one more thing about me looking like a snack. I'm gonna go to HR, bro, real quick. Because that shit's first thing to fuck off. I was angry for like 8 hours on my shift because he called me a snack. I never wore that fucking outfit ever again.
But actually, I think Juli had the worst experience.
No way.
So at Key West, there's actually okay, but
There's a lot of.
It's a cross dressing bar, something like that, right?
that was a drag.
That was a drag, right? That was a big, like from the brick brawler black dude, bro. That guy was huge.
That guy was the monster from the game.
Bro. That guy was
We all
huge.
passed by him.
Yeah.
We all passed by him. It was always all that. So, you know,
Yeah.
I was there. We all passed by him. Juli was the last one. And he got a whisker. That whisker was, bro. That whisker was from like,
What was it?
What was it? He said it was like, oh, damn, daddy. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Damn, daddy.
I would have left ASAP.
Oh, I immediately left. I'm like, let's go eat. Let's go eat.
Oh my god.
And he was like, fucking
Brolic.
Yeah. That guy was fucking
Terry Crews.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Those high-ass.
The highest like platform shoes. Yeah. Yeah, that kid could call me a snack all he wants. The kid was a nerd and he was not gonna do anything. I would have been fucking scared.
I was scared. I'm like,
are you guys gonna back me up?
No, I can't even.
I wanted to leave the keys immediately. Like, I'm not staying here in this fucking island.
That guy's on the prowl, bro. That guy's on the prowl.
Like, it's getting dark. We're having drinks, and if that guy's still out here, bro, that's it. That's it. I'm done.
That's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. But but how did we get to this topic about we talk about bad shows bad endings? Oh my god! And we just like
okay. So back to that.
Left.
How I Met Your Mother pissed me off.
Yeah.
And you know what? It hurts even more that the alternate ending that they created
was better.
Was everything we wanted. Like it would have been.
Remind me what the alternative ending was.
I was about to say I don't remember.
In the actual ending,
spoiler, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this has been on like 10 years.
15-year-old show, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, you know. Yeah, so Nicole skipped this part if you're gonna
fast forward.
Fast forward.
Yeah, but like the show ends, he meets his wife.
Yeah.
And then, like, the whole point of the story with his kids was to get them to be okay to be with Robin.
Yeah, this is the original one. That's the original one. The wife dies. She gets sick. Yeah.
And then, like, we get that was pretty fucking deep for a sitcom.
Yeah.
But and then the whole point of the story was to get with Robin,
right?
Which I thought was kind of
right.
And then in the alternate ending, like. They just meets his wife, Robin and Bunny, like kind of stay together. Like everything works out for them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, how I met your wife. Like this is how I met your mother. Like the story that we all wanted to hear, and it lines up perfectly. But that's not what we got. We got some bullshit ass story about how he wanted to hit her Robin.
Yeah, but if we actually analyze from the first episode, the only person that not the only person, but like the main focus was the love that had Robin.
Right.
Yeah. Like yeah, how I met your mother. So like the ending was shit. It was the point. The point. I also understand why
let me ask you this, because I was a little conflicted. Like I know the last episode I was kind of like, but throughout the season, I kind of felt like I was okay with where they were going until they got to the point where it was like she died. Like that's when I was like, whoa, like. Because I felt like we could have used the season of just like, even if she got sick, like even if we went through that whole process with her getting sick, and then maybe her giving Ted D like, hey, it's okay, like move on after I'm out, whatever. I think it could work a lot. I think it could have worked. I just think it was a little rushed.
It definitely was. Like it definitely was rushed. Like I don't know that last season had some great episodes.
Yeah,
but it's like 29 episodes based on like a weekend.
The wedding.
It's the wedding weekend. And it's like all the stuff that happens. Like it does feel like they just crammed the shit out of it, just because they wanted to give the reveal like at the very end.
The same shit that happened with Game of Thrones.
Oh God! So I
haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. I don't mind the spoilers.
No. You don't want the spoilers.
We can talk about the last season though. Not that like that what happened in the actual season, but they did the same thing.
There's a lot more shows that have shitty endings.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the average was about 10 episodes, right? About a season, And then essentially what ended up happening was they decided to make the last season into 2 seasons. So it almost felt like we were getting 14 episodes. So it felt kind of good for a little bit. It was kind of like, oh shit, we're gonna get like
more out of this.
right. And it was not that. It was the opposite. We got like just a season. I think it was like the preliminary season that was like good. It was decent. It wasn't like good, but it was decent. And we felt like, all right, this is leading up to the final season, like the final like season, right? Like you know, kind of like what's the movie? The games. Is it Hunger Games? Hunger Games. Remember how Hunger Games like had the 2 parts at the end? Like like, it was kind of like that. Like when it led up to that, you felt like, all right, it's leading up to a climax, and then the last 6 episodes was just way too fast. It was too fast. I think only the battle at Winterfell was my favorite. Even though people complained that it was dark, it was too dark.
I was about to say, bro, you
couldn't see
so
it?
much money, you couldn't see shit. Bro, I was putting out the brightness. I was like, wait.
I didn't mind it though because I didn't mind it because it felt like I was in it. No, I felt like I was. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, but that's not what it really felt like. That's fucked up. That's a really fucked up comment to make. That's not how it felt. I just felt like it was good because it brought suspense to it because it like you didn't know what was going to happen.
I couldn't see shit.
I couldn't see shit. But fair enough. I thought it was fine. I didn't mind it. But literally the last episode was like fuck, what like you really wasted. Yeah, it was rushed because the books ain't even done. So just so you know, the books are not done. So the show had to make their own ending. They couldn't go more. They couldn't go based on the books.
They were spending too much money.
So that's what ends up happening. They ended up catching up.
So I'm going into this Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah,
Knowing it's gonna be shit. That's amazing.
No, man. But you gotta watch it. You gotta appreciate
The show is fucking amazing.
the show is amazing because it follows the book. When it follows the books, it's great, right?
Okay.
But as soon as it's like when you do adaptations of a show.
That was the problem. That they were like, "Hey, can you finish writing the books?" And he was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that right now."
Yeah, I don't want to.
HBO was like,
But like, I don't understand why they not just wait. What's the problem with
So
waiting?
the problem is that these books. No. I think the books are extremely big, right? Like Game of Thrones was written like in '96.
like Harry Potter.
Yeah, the books are stupid big, and like because what he does is I think like I haven't read the books, but from what I heard was that he does it from like perspectives. So he goes to like one location and he talks about so like one season is like just like one chapter. So like these books are fucking extremely big.
It's different families.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot of content. So this motherfucker. Yeah, that's what the show's really good. It's well detailed, but then the show's called.
Wait, we fucked up.
Like, dude, can you tell us how it ends? And then a part of me feels like he told them how it ends, right? A part of me feels like the ending. What you see is what he told them was gonna happen. But I think he did it that way to see people's reaction and then be like,
Nah, it's not gonna work.
Because he literally was like,
They're just nope.
I agree. I think that's what happened. JJ Ryan's got a lot to explain, but I think that's what happened.
No, yeah. Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll definitely give it a shot. And if it's a bad ending, well, it's a bad ending. I don't like. There's a lot of shows with like some great endings, but
give me a great ending. You guys haven't got any good endings? I have one. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was a great ending. I thought it closed it. It was like, yo, he died. Like he was gonna die anyways, right? I mean, he had cancer. He was gonna die anyways.
Yeah, he went with a bang.
And he went out with a bang, bro. And he like, just
no.
Oh, it's a really good show.
Again, they tell me that all the time, and I do think it is a great show. There's certain moments that I've seen like in shorts and shit. But I saw the first season.
It's tough,
and it's fucking like, bro. I need something to happen.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You passed the first.
See, and I have an issue with that. What do I have to wait 3 fucking years or 3 seasons for a show to get good?
You watch One Piece. It's not the fucking best show from the beginning. And Alex is starting to watch. No, bro. Be honest with you, right?
It caught me. I'm caught. But again, I like to be entertained. I watch wrestling. It's hard, I've seen shitty stories before, so I can deal with shitty stories.
What?
Yeah, in wrestling.
Okay.
So I can deal with shitty stories. I'm not saying One Piece is a shitty story. I think I like it. I'm just very open to so many shows. So like, and I don't mind if there's a lot of dialogue. I don't mind if it's slow. any of that. So like I can deal with it.
I don't mind it when things are, but there's gonna be some, like, for example, I started watching The Gentleman, which is a movie that turned into a series on Netflix,
Okay.
and it's slow. It's kind of slow.
Super slow, but at least
Like it captures you. It brings you in the story in such a way that you're like, all right, let me watch it because I didn't feel that. Like, I don't mind that the story's open and they gotta like hook me in some ways. So I haven't seen the ending of Breaking Bad. I heard it was fucking phenomenal.
Dude,
And they finished the way it was supposed to.
the build-up is really good.
I feel like when I caught up, because I was catching up to Breaking Bad. I didn't watch it from the beginning, so like I didn't watch it live. So I had to catch up. And when I caught up to like the second to last season, like I remember watching like religiously. We talked about this, like waiting for episodes every week or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember that one of the episodes, and I won't spoil it, but it was so wild what happened at the end. That fucking all I did for like 2 days in a row was watch people's reactions. And there was one reaction in particular that they were all like in like almost like a drive-in movie theater, like a bunch of people, and they were like out of their cars watching it, and everybody had the same like reaction, like wild, like oh my god, like shut the fuck up, like people were just going crazy, and I'm like, yo, this show is captivating, this show is amazing, great ending. This is when they, yeah, I'm sure you know which episode I'm talking about. So is the end, right? Yeah, it gets caught and all that stuff. Well, like, yeah.
Like, for example, like one of those show endings that were controversial, but I don't know if it was good or bad, was The Sopranos. Like I again, I didn't see it live, but the way it ended, it's like people when it ended, were like, did my lights go out?
Yeah, so there's no context on that. So if you didn't watch The Sopranos, the way The Sopranos ended was basically they're in a restaurant and they're playing Journey. They're playing Journey's fucking Don't Stop Believing. That's what's playing in the background. And essentially, like you're seeing like different people enter the restaurant, and you're wondering something's up. Like they're about to like get fucking shot or something. And then literally while they're talking, it just goes black.
It goes to black.
It goes completely black, and that's it. And then it takes about like a good 5 to 7 seconds, which is long for TV. 5 to 7 seconds is a long.
And that time, yeah, especially, and then there was an HBO that, like if you didn't pay for it, it like cancels. Out of here.
So imagine things going black when you're watching the end of this episode. You know the hour's about to be up, and it just goes black, and for 5 to 7 seconds, there's nothing on your screen, and then the credits come, and you're like, what just
exactly?
And you're waiting for a gunshot, you're waiting for like a sound, and no, that's how it's done. I think it was a good ending. Yeah.
You got me like,
yeah. We're even
is that bad?
no,
Because you're not because of how it ended. So it wasn't a good ending, but it was just a memorable.
Because you're like, did I really just watch this whole show?
It's just
on the last.
Yeah.
They literally cut.
But the thing is, I don't know. I don't know if it was good or bad. The reason I don't know is because I watched The Sopranos, 8 years later, 9 years later, and like I already knew what happened because so many people had talked about it that I already knew that the ending just blacked out. So when I watched it, I was like, I would be mad. I can see it, but at the same time, like I was like, okay with it. I was already, I knew what was going to happen. It was a spoiler kind of situation.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like why we don't want to give you spoilers and stuff.
Okay, I got it. Well, I'll definitely check it out, but I don't know. Some endings are either memorable, but it was not for something good. For example, Friends ended. It was a great ending, but it wasn't bad. Like they were able to Ross and Rachel got together.
Did they really get together?
Yeah, they broke up afterwards.
They got back together again. The show ended with them together.
Yeah, but were they together?
I don't know. I'm gonna call them. I don't know.
Yeah, they had a kid together.
They had a kid together. The whole reason she didn't go to Paris. Remember, Rachel was going to go to Paris to go to the fashion capital of the world. She doesn't go just to see what it was. For one, no, they got together. You don't put your job on the line for like, let's go have
You're not gonna leave your kid.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. What was his kid doing that episode?
Ross. No, Ross. Keep
Her kid was Emma was not
or the mom was taking care of it. I'll give you a good ending. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that was a
That
good
was a
ending.
good
That was a
ending.
good ending.
Everybody left because everybody was,
Oh,
you know, and he was out by himself. Like I thought that was a cool ending because it was kind of like a yeah,
Not
no,
only that, like he grew up, they raised them, they helped raise them,
yeah,
and then now you have to step back then.
yeah.
And
Don't be
then,
shocked.
and then
his wife beats him.
Oh yeah, that was a bad ending.
for him,
I heard he's an asshole, man. I heard in real life Will Smith is an asshole.
I heard they like the Megamans too.
I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know him.
None of us do.
I don't know him. Bro. So I don't know how to be with him. I don't know if he's an asshole or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, what he did was asshole.
Oh yeah.
Someone the joke.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
I mean, I don't know, man.
That's a whole other debate. That's a whole other debate. So let's move on to the last topic of today's or one of our last topics here today, which is music. You know, we've been talking about
Grumpy
we
old
were talking about bad ending. We were talking about good music.
we're talking about good music.
What is
I think it's our generational music, right? Like
Our generation music.
Yeah, and our
No.
grandparents, men. It's grumpy old men.
what did I put? What did I put? Man. Oh man,
Well, you are a grumpy
I am a
old man.
grumpy old man.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
You see why we can't have grumpy old men?
That's why I don't like people that correct grammar, bro, or whatever.
Usually I'm the one that's correcting people on grammar, so that's on me.
Assholes. You guys are on a pedestal. You think you're better than everybody else because you can spell.
I know I'm not better, but
Right?
I didn't pay attention in my English class. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I had to learn 2 languages, and I didn't learn both of them very well, right?
I think we can both manage our both languages pretty good.
When people when you're on WhatsApp and then they like you're driving or you're like rushing.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. If you're rushing and you're
bro,
driving,
is that
use a voice
Juli?
message.
Juli writes in English on his fucking Spanish keyboard. Bro, come on.
That's how you know it's real when it picks up.
Never let them know your next move, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm confused. Sometimes I think you caught a stroke. I honestly asked, like, did you catch a stroke? Like, what happened? Because I'm confused. I'm worried about your health. I'm like, yeah, do I need to call 911?
To be honest, like I don't read what I'm typing. I'm just talking inside my little head, and I'm just going at it. And instead of like giving like a quick scan, I hit send, and then when you do, did you just say? And I read it, I'm like, bro, I don't even know what I said.
You know how on the keyboard there's like a special characters and then there's like a second page. You use the second page. How does that happen? How does that happen, man?
Hi to you guys. I don't know what he said. And the worst part is that you know what I said.
No,
You know what I say. No, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying. And then you go, I don't understand. And then yet you do. Because you keep the conversation going after what I say.
Yeah, we pick on your fucking grammar. That's
Exactly.
Not
Assholes.
grammar. I don't even know what the fuck that is, dog. That I like this confusing, bro.
Yeah, man, it's not Spanglish, that's for sure.
Not
But no, what I mean about our generation is what I mean is like what we grew up with, like right, like with the music we grew up with, which is like
Great
that's
fucking music.
like great music, like salsas, las cumbias, the merengues. Like I love that. I love our hip hop.
But even reggaeton, I'm not a big fan of reggaeton, but even in the back, the
You don't
throwbacks,
like reggaeton. You don't like the current reggaeton. So like Bad Bunny and like that you can't do that. Why is that? Why is that? Is it because you became the grumpy old man, or is it because of something else?
I've always been like a grumpy old ass guy.
Juli thinks he was born in the 60s. I was gonna say that.
I mean, I don't think because I wasn't born in the 60s. I just have an old school mentality, bro.
Like,
Yeah, that's my shit. Julio Jaramillo.
Wow.
You get me?
Yeah.
But and I understand like new music comes up and there is some good music, but like the reggaeton of like even Maluma, J Balvin, like or even Karol G.
Mhm.
I don't like it.
Well, I don't. Nobody likes Karol G. That's a guy. You got to be gay to like Karol G if you're a guy.
Well, okay.
I mean,
I'm talking about the music, my guy.
oh, no.
I'm talking about the music. I don't like this.
Shout out to Karol G though. I hope she's represented.
Like, tell me like a hit about 6 months ago. Like, what was it, La Tusa? What was it? That
Bro.
You're thinking about like 2 years ago, bro.
Damn.
That was a hit. That was like everybody was listening to that shit.
This is still like a
No, I don't, bro. I
Perro
don't.
Negro, no? Perro Negro was probably 6 months ago.
Yeah, Perro Negro was like a year ago.
A year ago? No way.
Perro Negro.
Yeah,
It's a song.
It's a song?
By Petro and Bad Bunny.
yeah.
You don't even know who fucking Petro is, bro.
No, I didn't.
I see.
El vecino ya quieren empanar.
Pero el pelo verde, güey.
One time we went drinking, and then David, one of our friends, was dressed like that guy. Apparently, I didn't know. And then
Was it Halloween?
No. We went to smoke beers at Fritz and Fran.
Oh, okay. Was I there?
We,
No,
we,
they told me.
and then we got there, and they were like, "Oh, he's just like Fercho." And my middle name is Julian Fernando. Like my middle name is Fernando.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sí, sí.
he's not dressed like me. What are you guys talking about? I couldn't understand what the fuck you guys were saying. He goes, no, he's a singer. And he's also named Fade, apparently.
His name is
Fade?
Fade, but the concept.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I don't understand is why when you go to the concerts you gotta fucking wear whatever they like wore on their like either like the theme, I guess, of the album.
Well, that's up to you if you want to wear
That's
it.
fucking.
I mean,
gay. Stop being gay. Can I say that? I can't say that. Stop.
I mean, you can say that, but I don't see a problem with it. If you're a fan,
I have a problem.
like for example, in when it was like the height of rock, ellos se vestían como
Kiss?
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're an idiot if you wear
Why?
Kiss.
You're a fan.
You're an idiot. You're not singing.
So you're an idiot if you go to South Africa and you wear.
That's different. That's
No, it's not.
You're a
That's
fan.
That's different. You're wearing a jersey to support. I'm not wearing.
You're supporting.
I'm not wearing face paint and getting a fake tongue that sticks up to my freaking chin for support. I'm uncomfortable with all this.
Okay, but what's the difference? I went to Fade, and
You went to Fade and you wore green. You wore green.
No, I didn't. But the point, I'm not getting to that point. But the point is, I didn't wear it. But the thing is, like, if people want to wear that, supporting the artist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind
You
it.
go
I don't
watch
mind.
Real Madrid, you go watch your shitty 49ers. You know where your shit.
Shitty 49ers. How about that?
Going at Alex in an unpredictable
When
way,
he
bro.
goes to watch his Santa Fe, he's gonna wear the red shirt.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
no, I don't know. I don't think soccer and music is the same thing.
They're not, but I'm saying I don't have a problem with it if they want to wear that.
I have a
I have a problem with the music, which I think is shit. Like my point was like that Tusa song was like everywhere. I couldn't get like that. And like, is it an emblematic song? No, it sounds like every other fucking songs that they made.
It does to you because you don't really listen to it a lot. Because that's what happened to me.
Which one was this?
No, but
Vaya Despacito, bro. It sounds exactly the same as all of the other reggaeton songs, bro.
Despacito did not sound like any other reggaeton
That
song.
wasn't even a reggaeton
That
song.
was yeah.
Was it?
No,
That was like more of a modern song.
that was like a pop
Modern song.
It was like a pop, like a Latin pop.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
Latin pop is a
Careful, man. You don't want to mess with salsa and Juli, man. Juli would stick this mic so far up your
Latin
ass.
pop, bro, Latin pop.
I was about to say that was not salsa.
Yeah, no, it was like a Latin pop type of song, like Enrique Iglesias type of thing, like that kind of music. Even though he's been kind of like flirting with.
They all do reggaeton now.
They're flirting with it because they know that's what's it. They know that's what's it.
That's what's.
So like what you're going through, I think, is what I used to go through with rock until recently, because like I probably want to say like maybe the last 8 years I've been really into like 80s and 70s rock. Right?
Okay.
But before, when I was younger, when I was like 7, 8, and I was into hip hop, I heard a rock song and they all sounded like metal to me. Like I couldn't distinguish the difference between Journey and Eagles, and I couldn't distinguish the difference between fucking, what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
and I can see that
They sound similar, but like
because I wasn't paying attention to the actual music, and I was like, this all sounds the same to me. But then as I got into it, I was like, okay, I can see the differences in the music. Like it isn't the same. Like Nirvana doesn't sound the same as fucking Metallica. You know what I mean? Like
I get you.
yeah.
But like even like I like rock and stuff, but like you had to have some kind of talent as an artist to be able to like produce that kind of music.
Auto-tune, baby. They rock the shit out of that auto-tune, man. Those motherfuckers can't sing.
Yo, you can't be talking about auto-tune
And saying that that's not a talent. Back in the day,
No,
no,
relax. I was about to name
Who?
one of the greatest talents in the
If you say Lil
2000s,
Wayne, oh, I was gonna say.
have you heard him sing for real?
Yeah, he actually sings good.
He can sing. He can sing. Can he produce? Does he produce? Exactly. That's an artist. That's an artist. That is, I'm not saying. No. Like for example, what's this guy's name called?
Bro, you're such an old pet dog.
That's the guy. There we go. That's the guy. Bro, that guy's a fucking producer.
Isn't he a pastor now?
Yeah, he became.
Oh, he
What's up with that? Can we talk about that? How come?
became a pastor.
Yeah, everybody's getting baptized. Oh,
Everybody's getting baptized.
everybody's getting baptized.
Rapture's coming, bro.
Everybody's getting in the bathtub. I don't understand what's up with the. Is there Kool-Aid now in the bathtub that everybody's like going backwards? And,
Nah, dude.
We're not gonna get into it.
No, but I don't know about that. But I mean, it's funny to me like, oh, I'm a newborn Christian, and then like a couple years back, that's so late. I don't know. Maybe I mean, it teaches them.
Kanye went pro Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Porn site, so it's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where you going, bro? Never let them know your next move.
R.I.P. Kanye. I swear to God, Kanye's dead, and they have like a whole other clone.
Oh, for sure, bro. Original Kanye. What do we think about that?
That was good music.
Yeah.
Let me
I
tell you
like
something. Let me tell you something. When the College Dropout mixtape came out, when it was the mix, it wasn't even the album. It was the mixtape. I remember saying to myself, "This guy can save hip hop. This man can single-handedly save hip hop."
He did.
And then I went to his concert, and I was
Hip hop died?
Yeah, it was kind of declining because at the time it was like when the singles were very bad. It was like the Fat Joe time, like it was like that music that like a lot of people now it's old school for them.
Ooh, let the dog.
No,
That era?
no, it was like
That era.
no.
No, I'm asking.
Jay-Z.
Oh, that's
Not
bad.
the ending of Jay-Z because Jay-Z, like I think after Blueprint, like maybe Blueprint 2 was probably pretty decent, but after that he just went all single, and then you could see the trend of like just people trying to make music for the radio, and it wasn't like they were making albums the way like the albums that you heard when DMX came out for the first time, or when like fucking Ludacris came out the first time. Like, when Ludacris' first album, like I was like, oh shit.
Other music was.
After that, I'm saying it just declined. Like it seemed like artists were just declining.
Like it was those like one hit wonders.
Almost, but they
They
were
hit wonders in albums.
but they were already set artists, so they could almost like do that and not die.
They wouldn't take a hit.
Right. It's like Eminem. Eminem was coming out with crappy music sometimes, and like singles wise, you would actually have the album to hear some good content. But the singles he was giving, I was like, bro, what am I listening to? Like, why is he? But then you would hear his album, and you're like, oh, he's got some good songs. Like, I don't know.
Is that one of the crappy singles?
I don't know. I can't even tell you because I would just turn it off. I would tune off after a while. But what I'm saying is that like certain music, like it gets to a certain point where it just declines, right? Salsa's like gone, right?
Well, there are some artists coming back now.
Well, it's cool.
They're not that well known.
Right, and nobody's doing coke anymore, right? They used to do coke, and it was great music back then.
Coke.
Now it's called Doozy.
No,
it's
pink. What are we doing with ourselves, man? Not even the girls are good anymore, man. Oh, pink. What the fuck is that?
Not even the beers are good. Fucking Santana bought blueberry beer, bro.
The passion fruit.
Why can't we just drink beer? Yeah, like when I see you guys like open up a Truly, I'm like, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, chill
Hold on.
Truly.
What is the other one?
High noon. The high noons are good, bro. There's got to be a balance of like trying to lose weight and like
high noons is straight up tequila
vodka.
and vodka.
It's tequila. The beer man is tequila.
But why? I like it with a little flavor.
Why?
Why not? If I order, because the Tuesday will kill you. The high noon won't. I will wake up.
I'll tell you, man.
The most I do is make you wake up at high noon.
It's
high noon.
Oh my God. And then they always think it with the pinky up, bro. Just grab a beer and drink it like a man. I see you guys.
I know it's great. I know it's amazing. There has to be a balance of like at one point you just gotta, especially me, man. I already got a big enough belly. I don't need a fucking beer on top of that already. Like it's not. It's a good taste. I mean, what if I ordered a cocktail? Would it be any different?
Bro, beer kills your dick.
I'm gonna kill your dick.
Beer is.
Makes it go like this.
Yeah.
When? Where did you hear that? Like what are you talking about?
Science?
Explain to me how it kills it.
Alcohol kills your dick.
Oh, so it's alcohol. So it's not beer.
It's malt. They say malt.
Malt. Alcohol kills.
Not kills, bro, but it make you get.
No, you don't know. Like, I want to see it. I want to see an article and please send it to me because I don't believe the amount of alcoholics that have like 10 kids. It's incredible.
They'll ejaculate. It's not. It's gonna be like your ejaculation not gonna come out.
Why don't we talk about ejaculation? Let's talk about music.
We're talking about music, bro.
Let's talk about music that makes you ejaculate inside a girl, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not even gonna
R&B,
look it up.
R&B is a lost art. I don't listen to
R&B,
Yeah, I feel
R&B.
like R&B nowadays.
When they stopped singing in the rain, that shit
Yeah, that
died.
shit died.
That shit
Stop
died
singing and dancing in the rain. It was over.
for no
It was
reason.
over.
Millions were wasted.
It was over. Chris Brown was, and I'm speaking of Chris Brown. How come girls still like paying thousands of dollars?
Talented, bro.
Bro, I don't like. I get it. The guy has a fucking monster cock.
He has a huge, he has a great right hook.
But is that a
Ask
reason?
Rihanna.
Exactly. Is that a reason to be like, I'm gonna go and support this guy who knocks out women left and right and has a.
Especially for artists, women forgot that he beat his girl.
I mean,
Two girls.
he
He put his hands on another girl too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like a
But I'm saying like, yeah, he made a mistake and that's wrong. But like,
he didn't learn.
It's twice, bro.
Yeah. He made a huge mistake.
it's like I unlocked a new combo, bro. Let me try it out on you.
I will let Rihanna hit me as many times as she wants, bro. First of all, why was she? I think she was like she thought he was cheating on her. I think that's why like the whole fight started. Because like I think he was like I don't know what the whole story was. I wasn't in the car at the time. The car was too small for me to be in the back. But what I heard was that it started off with like an argument about another girl and stuff like that.
No idea.
No idea. I don't know, but I'm not hitting Rihanna. I'm not hitting her. I'm hitting her another way.
That's okay.
You know?
That's why A$AP Rocky was the GOAT.
A$AP Rocky?
Know who A$AP Rocky
I do know Ace, who as soon as possible Rocky is.
Who he doesn't, bro?
There's a guy called A$AP Rocky.
As soon as possible Rocky is what I call it.
Is it called as soon as possible or is it called A$AP?
It's called ASAP.
Okay.
Rocky.
Yeah.
He's a rapper?
He is a rapper. Whatever they call that. Because rap is gone for me. I don't listen to hip hop anymore. I'm sorry, I don't listen to hip hop. Fuck you, I don't listen to hip hop.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Why is it bad?
It's dead. It's gone. Lil Wayne ruined hip hop.
Lil Wayne.
I'm gonna clarify what I'm trying to say. Right, Lil Wayne is really a rapper, but his style is what a lot of other younger kids hooked on and just ran with it, and they're not doing a good job to hold like what Lil Wayne did. Right. So, for example, the auto tune, the mumble rap, like the creation of mumble rap. There was times that I would listen to Lil Wayne back in the day, and I was like, "What is he saying?" Like I have to like look it up online to see what his lyrics were actually saying because it sounded like he was high as
Like
fuck.
almost all of them, bro.
Now,
Yeah.
because they've gone and grabbed onto that style, and then they went with it. So like, I'm not saying that Lil Wayne. It's kind of like the whole talk of Pep, right, ruining soccer. It's the same thing with Lil Wayne. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm just saying he ruined it because a lot of people.
I heard Snoop Dogg say this that like that in like an interview that he does or whatever, a podcast. I don't really remember, but he does say like everybody raps this thing. Like
yes,
like no one else. Like one of the things about rapping is like when you found your flow, no one could copy it because it was you. It was you trying to be the best you.
If you remember,
But
you remember back in the day, DMX had his voice. You knew who DMX was.
Right? No, wait, that's
Rick Ross.
wrong rapper. Good.
I can't even do it myself. I'm not that heavy.
Oh, the DMX.
Oh, yeah. DMX was like a certain voice, and I'm not saying he was my favorite rapper, but he had a certain particular voice. You had fucking Biggie had a certain particular voice. Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, everybody had their own voice.
Very different.
The whole rhythm.
The rhythm, how fast they went at it.
Even Outkast, who I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of Outkast. I became more of a fan later on, but at the beginning, I remember like I was like, yo, their flow's a little off, but that was a part of that. Yeah, that was their style. Which then somebody kind of pointed out, I was like, well, isn't Wu-Tang off style too? And I'm like, oh yeah, Wu-Tang is off their beats too. So like I kind of was like, I need to stop discriminating on that, but. Everybody had a voice. Now I feel like everybody's the same. If I put that radio on, everyone sounds the same to me.
And that's me.
Yeah, that's mainstream.
But mainstream back then wasn't like that.
Okay, that's the problem. But that's the thing. It's the mainstream music or whatever you want to call it. Like
it's the same.
That's releasing the same because now they just want.
But they don't know.
We used to wait. And we're going back to the second episode. We used to wait for music. At least guys would put probably a year or two into
Into an album.
Yeah.
Now these rappers nowadays, they make their songs in a week, release it, and another week.
But I also think like it's like a formula. There's no creative process happening in these songs.
Mhm.
Like put this beat with this flow and then say this,
Mhm.
and it's gonna work every time. Even the stupidest song,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
100%.
gonna work every time. And it's gonna sell, and it's gonna sell to like some people are gonna have like one hit wonders, and that's my same argument for like reggaeton. Reggaeton is the same. It's a formula. Whether you're a girl or a guy,
Yeah, the topic is the same. The topic is the same.
That's what I was gonna say. Like for me, I listen to a lot of rap and stuff. Like Joey Badass. Have you heard about him? Exactly. Mexican OT.
Yeah.
Will Curry. They have different flows.
Mhm.
You can see that.
And-
And they actually sit down and let me write.
And yes, there is a similarity to it because, for example, one said you just listen to it like, oh, they all sound the same.
Oh yeah, sure.
But if you listen to it, it's a style of music. Like, I don't mind it sounding similar, but I want to see like a creative, like something dope. Like when you listen to a song and then right off the bat, you're like, I want to hear it again.
Yeah.
Like I
I don't get that no more.
You get that sensation like shit. This song for some reason is
Yeah, it doesn't happen no more.
It doesn't happen,
Doesn't
or at
happen.
least that doesn't happen to me very often with the new music that's coming on.
I have a friend in Port St. Lucie who produces music, and he produces music for a lot of local artists. And I remember one time he because he's an older cat, so he has dealt with hip hop since the early '90s. And the one thing that he said to me that it always stuck with me was he was like, the local or the newer rappers nowadays need basic beats, right? Because he was like, do you remember Daisy's song where he had the like the horns playing, da, 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 da. Like it was like a song like thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah. Linkin Park. Was it?
No, it wasn't with Linkin Park. It was like a very like instrumental beat. Like they had like a lot of instruments playing.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it either. But I remember he told me that he's like, you remember that song? I was like, yeah. He goes, yo, if you put a beat like that to a rapper nowadays, they don't know what to do with it. They're like, yo, this like I can't flow on that. Like they just have no idea how to like grab anything and just turn it into something. They need the same, like you were saying, the same.
It's a formula. It's a formula. For example, we see so many times that beats like from the 80s are coming back.
Yeah.
Like they get sampled and they're minor, like there's a little change in there. And then like I saw this one that I heard this one. It's a girl rapper. I don't remember her name, but it's called Players.
Yeah.
Like
They
it's
use,
they used
push me cause I'm close to
yeah, like
yeah.
like that one, and like you hear like that's a beat from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like
well, they used to do that too, right?
they used to sample it. They used to really fucking like do something completely different.
Right. I just feel like also the issue is if you hear it a third time sampled or a fourth time, you're like, how many times are you gonna sample this song, right? Like you get like to that point, which is what happened with me and Rakim. So Rakim is my favorite rapper of all time, right? If you don't know Rakim, then like don't talk hip hop to me in a way, right?
I don't know.
But Rakim the God is the number one. Like to me, Rakim is the number one because he's the most like influential rapper to me. Like so, if you remember, if 50 Cent he came out with the Game one time,
Yeah.
a favorite rapper. Check out my melody, like Rakim. He's talking about Rakim, right? Yeah.
I don't even like rap. I know that song.
That's what I'm talking about. That music, that style of music does not hit anymore.
No.
Right? You don't find
And
that.
that was my point when I brought up that song, that Tusa song. It doesn't hit. And no one remember like there's some hits from like 5 years ago and no one plays anymore. That the baba de placer rumba pa pa pa. Is it automatic? Does anybody remember that song? And if they put it on now, like I don't hear that shit.
Put the newest shit on.
Yeah,
we weren't doing that when we were listening to
like
music back in the
if
day.
a song's good, no matter how old it was, and you brought it back 2 years later, like, damn, I forgot about the song. Let me hear it again.
Here's a good example of that. Dancehall. Dancehall music. So if you don't know what dancehall music is, right? It's like kind of like this, like some of the reggae music.
Yes,
that was playing in the 90s and stuff like that. You can still play that now, 2024, a song where it could be, like people will get on that dance floor. You know what I mean? Like people remember that type of music. I don't think that this music in 30 years is gonna be like that. Maybe one or two songs you can grab and
If
like
that.
if that. But I think you could. You can grab one or two. You know,
But it
it's not
depends. It depends on the genre. But I think reggaeton, like very few songs, like
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if reggaeton's gonna be able to do
Which
it.
song? Give me
There's a
one.
lot of classics.
No.
they're coming out now. I'm not
They're
saying
coming out,
reggaeton
they're
don't have
coming out.
classics.
But make yeah, you gotta be clear, man.
I'm not saying they don't have classics because there are like Adota classic, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
But that was at a time when reggaeton was first coming out.
Yeah.
So there was a time when reggaeton first started coming out, right? And it was like, oh, this is the new shit. Like this is some new shit, and it sounded different. Every song sounded different, had a different, like almost like a theme to it.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
But you get the point. You get the point. You get the
Yeah,
point.
song, and you're like, I want to hear it.
Ojos que no ven.
Something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ojos que ya.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Those are songs that
Like, okay, I can listen
I
to them,
remember them.
and I
Yeah.
remember them, and they're
I
so,
remember
and
who I
I
was.
still want to hear them. But like when you put a song from even not too long ago, those Bad Bunny songs,
like, ella es calladita. What is that shit now? Give me one person.
Yeah, but I think that has to play on a playlist in order for you to hear it. But I don't think you're playing it in the club anymore.
they're not making classics anymore, guys.
Yeah.
They're not. Especially with reggaeton.
Reggaeton now, dog.
Yeah,
Ask the question. Ask it.
Okay.
I see it in your eyes.
So okay, so favorite music genre, like of all time, Yeah.
It's tough.
That's right.
that you can listen to, and no matter what, like let me put it to you like this, right?
Reggaeton.
Hold on, let me make it easier. Let me make it easier.
All you need is a high noon to be a basic ass bitch.
Damn. Let me put it to you like this. You're on an island, and at the island, only one of your like 20 playlists plays, and it's just one genre of music.
Okay.
All right?
I'll go with rap.
Rap. What kind of rap though? This rap,
No, I'll go more like 2000s.
like Fat Joe rap.
Like Kanye.
Kanye to the
Late Jay-Z.
late Jay-Z, Kanye to the yeah. That's good. Okay, what about you?
Eminem.
Me?
Yeah, one genre.
One.
One word.
It's tough, but salsa.
Salsa. Okay.
I can listen to salsa for a whole week, and I'm still not tired of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I think salsa is really good choice.
I'm finding out like new artists, not new, but like songs from artists that they just laid like they're not that well known that came out like in the 80s,
Yeah.
and 90s, and 70s. And I'm finding new songs. Oh, there's a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
bro.
Well, that's because you know what's crazy is we talk a lot of shit about how these people come up with like a lot of music and like maybe one or two songs come out of that album. A lot of that happened back in the day too. Like we just didn't know because we were like kids. But there's a lot of albums like salsa groups and salsa artists came out with albums and only like two of the songs like pegó en el radio, and then they came out with another album like a year later, and then like the other songs were kind of lost in like you know. So they're out there. There's a lot of songs that are not being touched.
Yeah, but if you make me choose one,
It's
salsa. Salsa, but I like a little bit. I like rock.
I love rock.
I love rock. I like, but I'm also like I like old school like boleros.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are nice.
I love
They're
boleros.
nice. They're nice.
For example, one of the poets of romance, bro,
It's fucking Juan Luis Guerra.
you want to hear him how he's going to go down on the girl and just ravish the fuck out of her? Bro, listen to that song. Quisiera ser un pez para mojar mi nariz en tu pecera. What did he just say? What did he just say? Yep, he's going to shoot out.
That's gonna be a fish too. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, and it's elegant. And you imagine telling that to a girl? Bro.
A couple songs later, he's singing about that.
Yeah, he is.
And
He
all
is.
the songs,
He is.
and all the songs is no biblical reference.
He's a poet. He's a poet.
Fucking
He's
poet, bro.
one of my favorites ones is when he says, you're like a tear in my eye, and I don't want to cry it out to not lose you out of my sight." Dude, when he says that in Spanish, right? I mean, the Spanish sounds so much better, but I remember this like I remember. I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. I went to a community college when I got out of high school, and we had a it was
Are you good?
well, no, not all the time.
Not all the time. Sometimes you're rich and you go to a rich school.
Yeah, sometimes you go to university directly.
I don't know what he meant.
No, well, I went to the community college, and then I took a class which was like it was like a poetry class. It was like English / like
You took a
poetry.
poetry class.
No, it was English
What
class.
girl were you after, bro? Be honest.
No, it wasn't, I don't think it was all poetry because, but like he wanted us to write. I remember it was like
After asshole,
it was no, it was something with like writing. It was I think it was writing. I think it was like fuck you guys. I have a little hat.
For the people listening, I just rap like poetry, poets with my
Islam.
No, but I think it was like a
How
little
society has kept his womanhood down. Is that what you talked about in your poetry class?
Well, let me tell you. Long story short, I used a Juan Luis Guerra fucking verse and just translated it in English. And I remember that what would happen was that the professor would go around and he would randomly, without saying who wrote it, would start reading it, or like he would like put it on a paper so everybody else can read it. And I remember that day when I used the Juan Luis Guerra thing, like 2 days later, he used my poet, like my poem. That was literally Juan Luis Guerra lyrics, just translated in English. And everybody was just like, wow, like whoever wrote this is a great poet. I'm just like, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. That man is a
He's like 7'8". Like I don't think it's tall as shit.
An angelical voice, bro. And his voice changed. And I did that.
Será pierna. Será pierna, bro. That's why he goes to
He's a
church.
tripod. That man's a
Yeah,
tripod.
that's why he
right
goes
there.
to church, bro, because he knows the abuse he puts women through, bro. Like,
The guy, I mean, you hear those lyrics.
Yeah.
You hear those lyrics. You're like, bro, I'm in the mood, bro. Where's my partner? Where's
all I
my
know
wife?
is that I do need to see him live in concert before he goes, because he's getting an age. I think he's like 70 something, right? Or something.
I think he's 70.
Yeah, so he's.
Well, we can Google it. Yeah, bro, iconic.
There's certain artists that is just there's an iconic look and there's an iconic music fucking list, and Juan Luis Guerra.
Bro.
I made a comment one time and I had some people really upset with me. I'm gonna tell it to you guys and see what you guys say. Juan Luis Guerra over Romeo Santos.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes.
I've had people get really angry with me, but
And like, Grito de los Ojos doesn't have shit.
but shout out,
That's una fuck. See, I don't even know.
but shout out to
What is that? Who's Romeo Santos?
Aventura,
On that song with Don Omar, bro.
Aventura, the Aventura singer.
This guy.
Aventura. They got the
Yeah.
wrong guy.
Let me look it up.
Romeo Santos is the guy that sings for Aventura, bro. The group. Come on.
I know you know.
You know
what
Aventura,
song
bro.
I'm talking about. Don Omar.
Bachata. He sings.
Yeah. I know who he is. I just haven't confused him. I'm like,
Right. And he had a really,
my bad.
really
Yeah.
successful solo career too.
My bad.
Yeah. But no, shout out to some Dominicans. Some Dominicans backed me up and was like, y'all don't know what you're talking about if you say Romeo Santos over Juan Luis Guerra. You don't know music.
No.
Like Juan Luis Guerra,
100% of it.
so much so that he invites Romeo Santos to a concert, like to sing with him, because it's not like he's opening up or he's like, no, it's like, I'm going to invite you. You're getting the invitation to come in on stage and sing with me.
That's wild, bro.
That's how you know. Some people,
I mean,
some people are using
I mean, that's when music started. There are some good. There are some
he
good.
gets girls wet left and right, you know. Él es un pez también.
Don Omar took his girl, bro.
Ooh.
Salió con su mujer, I love that meme with, like, I think it's Don Omar. Yeah, Romeo Santos with his kid, and someone comments, "Are they yours or they're Don Omar's?" I'm like, bro.
For days when I was like the TikToks, like when I was younger and I saw Don Omar and Romeo Santos fight and I thought it was real. I was like,
Well, you see that song iconic, bro. Like, you hear it, and like, let me hear it again. Like, you want it.
Let me ask you this. So let me ask you this question, right? So I'm gonna.
Yes.
That reminds me. That reminds me of something, right? You guys talking about that? It reminds me of R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a reason why I'm saying R. Kelly. There's a reason why I'm saying R. Kelly, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring up in the next topic. So R. Kelly had music that kind of voiced that whole rivalry of like stealing your girls and shit like that. Yes, please. But what I was going to ask was, what does an artist have to do in order for you to cancel them? To stop listening to their music? Because let me tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something right now. R. Kelly, I'm going to tell you something right now. R. Kelly, before everything came out, I had that man on repeat several times.
Ignition, bro.
Ignition was a banged it.
Let me say the Chocolate Factory thing. Shout out to the Chocolate Factory because it made 2003 one of the best summers of my life.
But like, during that era, like music,
Bump and grind. That's Classic Kelly's 12 play. I'm telling you, I had
but those songs were banged. Like, for example, like those songs, if you put them at a party, people are gonna dance. Like, it's not.
I've seen some people go, "Oh no, why are you playing on Kelly?" And that's what.
I wasn't going into that.
Yeah, that
I'm
conversation.
just saying, not the R. Kelly what he did.
I'm a flirt.
I'm a flirt.
Bro.
But like all those songs that you put up and people are gonna dance, not just the R. Kelly, but like those in that era.
I mean, dude, like,
No one's gonna dance to that, but it is a good song.
But that song is iconic for what it was. Space Jam, I don't see Space Jam 2 doing that. I don't see your GOAT doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see him doing any of that. I mean, he didn't make kids fucking fly in the air.
No one watched that.
Well,
movie.
okay,
Nobody watched
you ever talking about R. Kelly? Yes. Whatever. He got forgotten because of all the stuff that happened to him. But we can talk about one of the freaking greats, Michael Jackson.
Right.
What he did was fucking insane.
But
a lot of people still hold him as one of the best.
Allegedly.
yes,
His music.
let me allegedly. None.
He took it post, right?
That's all we think. We don't know.
Stop it. That's ignorant.
You know, that's one thing. Like, I was really young when that shit went down. I think, like, when did that happen?
No,
I'm trying to push through it.
no, Anthony Schultz. Have you seen his special?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen his special?
This is
Bro, have you
hysterical.
seen his special?
Yeah.
When he was like,
I wish I could hear.
Michael Jackson?
I can't even say. If I had my actual leg, my mind go is to go with Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Because, like, again, I'm chopping up his
Yeah.
Like, I'll be proud of it. I'll be walking with J's every day.
That's true. That's
Like,
true.
why would you say, "Yo, Michael Jackson licked my butthole"? After years, bro. Come on, bro.
I don't know, because apparently, like, this was proven. But I don't remember exactly like how that went down with Michael Jackson.
So
The show came out. What? You remember the show?
yeah, the show came out. It was like the secrets of Michael Jackson or some shit like that. Like where he basically the kids that supposedly were molested by him. And I say supposedly not because I don't believe it or not. Like that's not the issue. The issue is just that he was never really fully tried in court. Like
Yeah, he wasn't. So and I was way too young. Like when that went down, I was like
Yeah.
what 10, 7?
yeah, he was
It was like
that came out like when they were,
even younger probably.
no. Like,
no, when that happened. Not when the commentary. Exactly, we're super young, so I don't remember exactly how that went down. So
Yeah.
I didn't
I'll
know
tell you what happened. He did a fucking whole interview and he's like, they touched me in very inappropriate places and it's not fair what they're doing to me. And dude, I was like, oh my god, they took pictures of my penis. And I was like, oh my god, like I'm watching this on MTV. Michael Jackson talking about how he got pictures of his penis taken by the cops. And many Mexican employees that he has. And I just was like, oh my god, it was very traumatic as a kid, right? You know what I mean? Because like that was the joke. The joke was that MJ was a fucking pedophile, and he was like, like fucking raping little kids and touching them. Which to me is like, well, why are you fucking putting kids to sleep with Michael Jackson in his house by himself? Like, what kind of a parent are you also? Like,
weird, bro.
like yeah, man.
but apparently, like it was an invitation because he had like a theme park in his
house.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, but if a grown ass man invites me to invite my kids to like his theme park for kids, that's a little weird.
It's a little weird. Yeah, I better be there. I better be on the rides with him.
Yeah, just like Disney, because it is.
Yeah, it's just
Disney. If you see it like from outside context, it's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
This with that big statue in the front.
But yeah, I don't know. To cancel an artist, I don't have a lot of them that I would cancel for something. I didn't listen to enough R. Kelly to say, oh, I'm not going to listen to him anymore.
So let me tell you my issue. My issue is I listened to R. Kelly a lot growing up, like from TP2 and on, and then I went backwards and I started listening to Kelly's 12 play and all that stuff. So I
12 play or when he played with 12s?
12-year-olds, yeah.
That's nice. Let's go.
I started realizing there was an issue because of Chappelle. that's when I started finding out that there was an issue with Kelly because he did the whole like "let me pee on you." I don't know if you guys ever seen Chappelle's show, but
We are.
it's almost like
It's on Netflix.
the most iconic 2 seasons of skit show I've ever seen in my life. But one of them was the R. Kelly "Let Me Pee on You" song, which was making fun of the parody of Ignition, an Ignition remix. So anyways, that's when I knew there was an issue happening. But then I will never forget. I told my friends this, and they were like, "You're an idiot. You're a conspiracy theorist." But back then, you guys may not remember this, but Jay-Z and R. Kelly came out with an album together. They collaborated on an album, and they called it, I think it was like the best of both worlds. It was Jay-Z and R. Kelly, and they came out with this album, basically. And they did a tour and everything. Like they went on tour together, and in the middle of their tour, they got into a fight. There was a huge fight, right? And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, like I wonder, like what happened. There was a lot of stories that Jay-Z's people pepper sprayed fucking R. Kelly, and I was like, why did that happen? Because they were coming out with good music. That album did pretty good, the best of both worlds. It's almost kind of like saying like Bad Bunny and fucking who's like one of the best rappers right now. Like I guess
Rappers.
yeah, let's say like a J. Cole or something like that,
Drake.
or Drake. Let's see like Drake and Bad Bunny come out with that, or Kendrick.
Kendrick body.
Yeah.
Drake.
Let's say it was like that, like type of like status. Anyways, the reason I'm bringing this up is because after I found out that Aaliyah was R. Kelly's like artist, like when she first came out, she was like 14, 15 years old, and R. Kelly married Aaliyah at 14, 15 years old. They got married. Okay, so here's the plot twist to this whole thing, right? Here's the plot twist.
But wait, there's more.
Dame Dash. You guys know who Dame Dash is? Dame Dash was the guy that used to own.
I've been lost in this conversation for like 20 minutes now.
Dame Dash was the owner of Rockefeller.
Okay.
He was like the bald guy that goes in the video. Okay. He starts dating Aaliyah during the time that R. Kelly comes out with this album with Jay-Z. So a part of me feels like Aaliyah told him, like, this is what this motherfucker does. And a part of me feels like Dean sent out those motherfuckers to jump R. Kelly at that tour, and, like, fucked up the tour and shit like that, which was like this. And this was like in 2003, 2004. I remember telling my friends, they're like, "Oh, you're such a big conspiracy theorist." I'm like, dude, there's no other reason why Jay-Z and R. Kelly would just fight.
I don't know,
but R. Kelly married this fucking girl at this age. That's when we knew it was a fucking. They should have been a fucking like.
I mean, they did. Isn't there a law or something that if the parents give consent, they can get married?
That was the issue. They did it. She did it behind their back.
And, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Then,
it's called the Romeo and Juliet law or some shit like that.
I don't know. I think that's why they were able to cut it off because I think the parents were like,
that's weird.
Yeah, it was extremely weird. But R. Kelly got away with it for so many years, and then the sex tape came out, and then that ruined it. That's just a little side story.
Wasn't he like 30 in that time?
Yeah.
Is it older?
Yeah, I think he was like 23 or 24. But like, still, you're 15. Like, you can't be marrying.
So a 10-year difference?
Huge. That's huge. A 2-year difference back in middle school was big.
Yeah, but I mean, as time goes on, like once you hit 18, like the gap.
Yeah,
now my wife is 8 years old.
Yes.
If she would have met me when she was 18, I was 10. Fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Reaper.
But now when we met, it was like I was 25.
Yeah, you guys
are parents should take his rebuttal.
Exactly.
Juli's Yeah, so it's a whole weird thing. But I mean, I can't cancel R. Kelly. His music is just so good. Like I will listen to it every once in a while.
I listen to Michael Jackson. Dude,
I don't listen to Michael Jackson.
What?
Not that much. Not that much.
I love his songs.
I know his songs are great, but I still think Prince is better. Prince is a better musician.
I mean, Prince is also.
Prince was the artist. The artist.
They're both great.
I think I prefer Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
but I think Prince is fucking great.
There was something about Prince that I was just like, yeah, this guy is the real deal. Did Purple Rain, man. Purple Rain. One of the best performances. I mean, they say Michael's was pretty good too.
Michael's was the We Are the World. That one.
Well, he helped.
But that's the reason that like halftime shows in like the last 2 years have gotten such a big ass. Like it was one of the first big.
I think it was like in '92 or something. He did the halftime show because before the halftime show, they did like stupid halftime shows.
Yeah.
I remember like
Not like what we see now.
no.
The halftime show was pretty bad.
I watch these halftime shows any days.
The last one was Shakira and
No, Dr. Dre's. Come on, man. That Los Angeles one was banging.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre and then 50 Cent.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I thought that.
Huh?
Yeah,
I was crip walking that day. I was definitely crip walking that day. I don't know how I didn't blow out my ACL. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't blow out my ACL, but I was crip walking the fuck out of that day.
No,
Ushers was last year. Ushers was good too. I loved it. I
That
was
one-
Usher last year. Usher.
He was good.
I thought he was good.
It was average compared to like.
And for example, the Rihanna one.
No, the Rihanna one was terrible. I'm sorry. All the girls are like, "Oh, she's pretty." I was like, "Sorry, it's not good." She shouldn't have done it.
I didn't like it.
Visual wise, it was good.
Oh, she's beautiful. I mean, she's
I'm
beautiful.
not talking about her, bro.
What is it about the visuals? No,
Visual-wise,
it looked like a
exactly
Mario
the
level. It looked like a Mario level. It looked like the you know in Mario when like, the stairs are coming down and then the other one comes right after.
And she was
That's
pregnant,
what it
bro.
looked like.
I'm not saying that she doesn't have any talent. I'm just saying visually, I didn't like it that much.
She looked like one of the Goombas in that one. If we're gonna...
Like if Mario would have stepped on her, like
It looked like her turtle shell was in the front. Like I don't understand what was happening. Anyways, I thought the Usher one was pretty good. The Dr. Dre one was pretty good. Who else? Bruno Mars was pretty decent.
Yeah, and then Shakira and
J-Lo, that was pretty good.
The Weeknd was there.
The Weeknd was pretty bad.
Yeah, but COVID. It was during COVID.
Where he's like fighting with
Yeah.
cameraman, like, come away, I see you. Miss me.
Shakira with her little tongue thing.
I remember like people for like a long time was just like, "Is that a Colombian thing?" I was like, "No."
No, bro. Well, it was some reference to like,
Yeah, no, like indigenous.
yeah. Who the fuck is gonna get that on the Super Bowl?
I remember like one person got all mad because J-Lo brought out the Puerto Rican,
Oh God.
the flag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's about they can't have that. It's a U.S. sport, and like, bro, that's a U.S. territory.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's like you getting mad at someone like pulls out like a Florida flag.
Is Puerto Rico ever gonna get their independence?
No.
I don't know, but we are deep into a third episode. We're an hour and 30 in this, so we're about to break this one into two as well. But it was good conversing on these type of topics. Anything else you want to bring up before we head out?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything, bro.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I don't have anything to add because otherwise we'll be here for another hour.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk for days, and we'll probably continue talking after this wraps up. But yeah, listen to your R. Kelly albums. Tell us your best favorite R. Kelly song.
I think the highlight of this is just drink beer.
Just drink beer. You can have a high noon.
Put down the high noon, put down the truly, and drink beer.
And don't touch kids.
Stay away from that.
Stay away. If you're past 24, 25, don't even look towards anyone under 21. Don't even do it. Okay. You can look at them. You can look at them.
Wait, what was it?
Anybody that's
21?
21 and under. Yeah. Once you're past 21, yeah. Anyone behind 21, like you shouldn't be looking back at that.
That's
If
Like 25 and up. Yeah, you should be looking ahead. Because look, they don't let you fucking rent a car if you're not 25, right?
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to fucking drive with a fucking 19-year-old and shit like that.
Yeah, if you can't invite that person to drink a beer,
Yeah.
It's not good. Not good news. Not good
it
news.
shouldn't be.
No, they shouldn't be buying them beer.
If you have to go to Cold Stone to go on a date, I don't know about that shit.
You ain't taking a Chuck E. Cheese. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Take it to Dave and Buster's instead.
Oh, so that's a topic that can be brought up too. But,
What, Chuck E. Cheese?
No, like the age difference. Why is it acceptable that a 60-year-old can date a 30-year-old?
We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up because I do think that after a certain point, age doesn't matter. After a certain point,
And we'll explore that.
we'll explore that.
We'll find out the age. We'll find out the age. Well, thank you guys for joining us here today. We are checking out los Poleros, the Poleros. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Drink beer, guys.